get you employers that you are the best candidate for the job, having the skills needed to protect their organization from cyber attacks and threats. We want to make it as easy as possible for you to get from point A to point B in your cybersecurity career. You've asked for an easier way to map it out, and in this video, we've simplified that process for you. Follow this pathway and we'll guide you through the real skills and knowledge you need to get the job done, get promoted, and make a difference in the cybersecurity landscape. Not to mention, you'll also make some good money along the way. Here we go. Get your foot in the door with CompTIA Security Plus, the first step on your cybersecurity career path. Security Plus is the leading global certification that proves you have the core security skills to do the job. Things like monitoring and securing hybrid environments, or identifying, analyzing, and responding to security events. These hands-on skills will open the door to more opportunities. As you move from IT support into cybersecurity, you should have 2 years of experience under your belt. In an entry-level cybersecurity role, you can earn anywhere from $85,000 to $95,000 a year. More than 600,000 IT pros have earned Security Plus, having learned how to problem solve a wider variety of today's complex security issues. Your cybersecurity career begins with Security Plus. To move up to the next level in cybersecurity, your next step will be to become proficient in more specialized skills. Learn through CompTIA's Pentest Plus or CISA Plus certifications. At this level, you should have at least 4 years of experience. According to CyberSeek, intermediate level positions can range from $91,000 to $104,000 a year. CompTIA Pentest Plus is ideal for cybersecurity professionals responsible for testing networks to make sure they're secure. Pentest Plus will give you all the hands-on skills required for vulnerability and penetration testing. You'll have the required skills to customize assessments, report findings, and recommend mitigation strategies. Pentest Plus will help you stay one step ahead of the bad actors. Next up, the CompTIA Cybersecurity Analyst, or CISA Plus certification, will teach you how to enable continuous security monitoring and how to respond to incidents. CISA Plus is the only certification on the market that will give you the hands-on skills necessary to leverage threat detection techniques and to identify vulnerabilities. CISA Plus will help take your threat hunting skills to the next level. Finally, as you move up to the advanced cybersecurity level, you have CAS Plus. This is equivalent to at least 5 to 10 years of general hands-on IT experience. Advanced level salaries can range from $99,000 to $131,000 a year. CompTIA Advanced Security Practitioner, or CAS Plus, is for IT pros with advanced knowledge, but who wish to keep working on the technical side of cybersecurity. Unlike other certifications, CAS Plus covers both security architecture and engineering. This means that you will have the skills to assess enterprise cyber readiness and design and implement the proper solutions for your organization, such as Zero Trust. Lead and improve the overall cybersecurity resiliency against the next attack with CAS Plus. All 4 cybersecurity certifications fulfill Department of Defense 8140-8570 compliance, which maps directly to the standards that ensure all military departments and defense agency jobs can effectively identify and stop cyber attacks. CompTIA holds one of the strongest positions in the foundational IT and security markets, which helps you learn the specific cybersecurity skills necessary to take you from beginning to end. Study with the official CompTIA content. Now that you know the steps you need to take to move up the ranks through cybersecurity, head over to CompTIA.org/cybersecurity to learn more and upskill your cyber skills.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Let me first of all use this opportunity to express my gratitude for every single person that is in on the conference at the moment, for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and sharing this occasion, not only just to basically get the information to edify yourself and to align your education with your career goals, right? Definitely you're in the right place. So we have in the lineup some interesting presenters that will indeed give you the information and arm you with the arsenal necessary to put you forward in the technical field or the technical space as it relates to ICT. But before we get on to today's proceedings, I just want to whisper a small prayer, asking God's presence or inviting God's presence in the proceedings and ask for his blessings. So let us pray. Most righteous and eternal Father, we thank you for yet another opportunity. Thank you for another day that you have created, the opportunity of networking, and not only just networking, but also with the imparting of knowledge. Lord, as we go through this proceeding, we ask that you bless the presenters. Bless the presenters, bless the persons who have registered for this event, Father. Bless that they are able to walk away with the necessary information that will arm them to make good enough progress and great steps towards their career goals. I ask that you bless the minds of the presenters, help them to bring forward the knowledge and the information just as how you would like them to, and that it will be edifying to us moving forward. We ask your presence in this evening's proceedings, dear Father, and we ask these and small mercies in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. All right, so let me once again welcome each and every person to our information session. This would be the second in the series of information sessions geared towards providing you with wholesome enough insight into the courses that we have on offer at Vector. This is also a marketing thrust to really get you to be a little bit more intimate with the details of the courses, separate and apart from just seeing a course being advertised on any one of the digital platforms that we usually place our ads, or you just calling in to get maybe surface type information, but this would actually get you more in-depth details that you are able to make more informed decision along the line of your career path, your education and your career path. So we just want to thank you. My name is Andre Powell, and I will be your moderator for this evening's proceedings. Let me use this opportunity to welcome our guest speaker, Mr. Leonard Wadowitz, who is from CompTIA. A little bit from now, we'll give his proper introduction. So, Mr. Wadowitz, thank you for making. And by the way, folks, Mr. Wadowitz is not just, the regular run-of-the-mill guest speaker that we invite to come and just impart knowledge. He's family. I am proud to say that. He's family. He has been with us for a long time, and we continue to welcome him and have him to be a part of any sort of gathering that we'll know will benefit our students in the long run. Of course, let us use the opportunity as well to welcome our president and co-founder, Dr. Wade Marr, right? And our executive director as well, Mrs. Karen Marr Bruce, other members of faculty and the administrative staff, Miss Deeble, along with Miss Allen, Miss Thomas. I don't want to single out anybody else, but everyone welcome. And for you, the prospective students and current students and returning students, I'm hoping that we have a mix of everybody among us. The numbers are still dwindling, so as we go along, but in the interest of time, we have to get the business started. So thank you for gracing us with your presence, everyone. And hopefully, we do have a well-rounded and fruitful engagement this afternoon. So a little bit of housekeeping matters. We're going to ask that while the presenters make their presentation, if you just kindly just to make your notes where necessary, and after the presentations are completed, then of course we're going to have an open floor session for question and answers. right? So please get your little notepads, and of course you can go ahead and make your notes, and then of course you can write the name of the presenter that you would want to address a particular concern or particular issue, and then of course when that time comes for the question and answer period, then of course we deal with that. We're going to ask that everyone continue to keep your mic closed, right? Continue to keep your mic closed. And of course, when you're acknowledged at any point during the session in terms of the question and answer, then you open your mic, and of course, then you can ask your questions and so on, right? So again, my name is, again, Andre Powell, and not only the moderator, but I'm also a member of staff at Vector, right? Within the capacity as a lecturer, as well as your online support personnel, administrator. Right. So what we're going to do, we're just going to head straight into the meat of things, right? So basically, I'm going to ask Dr. Mar to come and make his presentation as it relates to Vector's involvement and association with some of the international certifying bodies, right? Speak a little bit about the importance of the certifications, as well as any prospects for career advancement. But before we get into that, let me just give you a precursor again. So this information session is geared towards speaking about the short courses in the form of the professional certification, as well as it's going to lead you along the path as well for another mode of delivery that we have as it relates to the same professional certification courses, right? Or self-study model. A little bit further down in the presentations, right? You will learn about that in a little bit. But for now, so just understand, all of what is going to be presented today is going to be centered around the professional certification, the short courses, and the self-study model, right? So before I ask Dr. Mar to open his mic and make his presentation, just a little background on Dr. Mar himself. So of course, Dr. Mar, who is a co-founder and president of Vector Technology Institute, has been in this business of higher education for decades. So he is the former academic dean of Herzing College in Atlanta, Georgia, and has been impacting largely national policies on information technology in Jamaica. Right? My bad, sorry. So most recently, in recognition for his contribution nationally, he was among this year's recipients of the Prime Minister's Medal of Appreciation, which is usually given to educators who have served for a minimum of 15 years, right? So this, against the background of displaying exceptional service in the teaching profession, and have shown evidence of community involvement, innovation, and creativity in service, and appropriately so. So I'm going to ask you guys to welcome Dr. Mar, our president, and he will lead us through the charge of, speaking with the alignment of Vector Technology Institute with the international certifying bodies, and of course, the career prospects that can really and truly be engulfed with the prospects of taking on these certifications. Dr. Wade Mar.
Hi, good evening all, and I trust that you can hear me.
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, good. All right, good evening again, and welcome to another information session. As our moderator mentioned, this is the part 2 of the series, and I'm delighted that you are here. It's actually a real joy and an honor to greet you here. Not just as the founder of Vector Technology Institute, but as someone deeply committed to helping you unlock your potential in a world that is changing faster than we have ever seen before. Now, when we started Vector in Kingston, we weren't just building another academic institution. We were really acting on a vision where education is not just about passing exams, but about preparing for the real world. Hence our mantra, transforming education into careers. A vision where our graduates walk into job interviews with more than just a degree. They walk in with confidence, competence, and credentials that set them apart from others. That's why I think it's in early 2000, the year 2000, I know that sounds like it was a long time ago. Actually, it does feel like a long time ago. When we made a bold choice, we integrated professional IT certifications, namely CompTIA, A+, Network Plus, and now have gone much further along, as you saw in the promo just a little while ago. And we integrated these into almost all our programs, our diplomas, associate, and our bachelor degrees. Now, I want you to understand something. I'm talking about way back when we had to turn into the digital age. And at that time, it wasn't the norm to have certifications, professional certifications in these programs. So back then, very few colleges even considered it. Many believed that degrees were about theory, while certifications belong somewhere else. Usually the form of short courses, maybe corporate training. But we asked the question, why separate them? Employers weren't hiring just theory or just for theory. They were actually hiring people who could configure routers, troubleshoot networks, and secure systems. And this then needed it to happen from day one. We saw the gap between what academia was producing on one end and what the tech industry needed. And we recognized that there was a gap. And so we decided to build a bridge across that gap. Was it easy? No, not at all. We had to update our curriculum, build specialized labs, bring in certified instructors, and align with international standards. It meant extra effort, sometimes extra cost. But let me tell you, it was worth every ounce of it. Something unexpected happened when we started out. Yes, as expected, many seeking to pursue a career in IT immediately, they recognize the value of certifications within our programs. However, what we had not expected, that among our enrollees were a number of students from other universities. That's right. Graduates who had already earned degrees elsewhere enrolled at Vector. Why? Because even with a diploma in hand, they felt unprepared. They didn't have the skills. They didn't have the confidence. They knew employers were asking for more, and they came to us because we provided it. And we welcome them because we don't just teach, we empower. For our students, the return on investment has been incredible. They leave here not just qualified on paper, but certified by industry standards. Industry standards that open doors, that raise your starting salaries, that speeds up your career growth. Now, Mr. Wadowitz will speak a lot more on the whole value of certifications. And I am going to steal a little bit of his tongue. I mean, I haven't seen what he's going to present, but I'm still going to steal it. Because, you know, if you hear it more than once, it deserved being heard. All right, so on from the industry side, this approach that we took changed everything. Jamaican companies began to take notice. They started to expect a new level of readiness from graduates because they had seen what a vector-trained certified professional could deliver. We didn't just improve individual careers, though. We began lifting the standards of the entire tech sector. So today, as you sit wondering, is this the right place for me? I will say this. If you're looking for more than just lectures, if you want to be challenged, equipped, and ready to thrive in this high-stakes world of technology, you have made the right choice. Vector is here for you. We're not just a college, we are a catalyst, we are a springboard, and we are ready when you are. Now, let me remind you of something very powerful. When you graduate with a CompTIA certification, you're not just qualified for jobs in Kingston or Montego Bay. You're recognized in New York, Toronto, in London, in Nairobi, and many other places. These certifications, I always say, they travel well. So certifications like A+, Network Plus, at the beginning, of course, and as I said, there are several more that you will encounter here at Vector, are trusted by global corporations, colleges, government bodies all around the world. Employers don't have to guess if you are prepared. They know it. That is what the purpose of the certification. Because CompTIA speaks a language that they understand. It validates your skills instantly. And when that certification is paired with your Vector degree, your resume doesn't just say you went to school. It says that you're ready for the world. So, to those of you contemplating your first step into IT, don't wait for the perfect moment. You create that moment. The industry needs persons like yourself. It needs minds like yours. Jamaica needs innovators like you. And Vector is ready to help shape your future. One certification, one skill, one opportunity at a time. So let today be the day you start your journey. Let us walk with you. And as you hear the different presenters today, make note that we are here to serve not just as presenters, but also as mentors throughout this journey. So again, thank you for being here and welcome to what could be the most important opportunity for decision on your career. All right. Thanks again for being here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Mar. Right. So key among the pointers that Dr. Mar would have pointed out is I usually, because I'm involved with marketing myself, from the institution's perspective, I usually continue to boast our mantra or motto, right? Transforming education into careers, and boast the fact that what we try to do at all times is maintain that standard in preparing students to be industry ready. And that is one of the key things, we lead by in terms of when we're talking about these professional certifications, because these professional certifications are what are going to make you marketable and position you in pole position to really get, ahead of your peers and to indicate to your employers that you not just come with the knowledge, but the technical skill set that can really and truly propel you in your position and ultimately benefit the organization. All right, so today we don't promise to be very long. We want to be very concise and tight with the information because this is a little bit much more directed at persons who are interested in getting their certifications or getting recertified, or if you have a job change, say for example, you're in a particular industry and you want to hop over to the ICT industry. The certifications or the professional certifications is one such methodology by which you're able to make the switch in a way to equip yourself, not only with the knowledge, but the technical skill sets, right? So wherever on the spectrum you fall, whether it is you're up for certification, recertification, which you're going to hear a little bit from now when Mr. Wadowitz begin his presentation, as well as for any sort of career change, right? So be very in tune to the information and the insights that are going to be deployed today. So I'm going to be calling up on Miss Thomas, Mishika Thomas, who is our recruiter and admin assistant, to come and give us the introduction for Mr. Leonard Wadowitz. Mishika?
Good evening, everyone. Leonard Wadowitz has been with the Computing Technology Industry Association, CompTIA, since 2007 as the Senior Director for Latin America and the Caribbean. In this capacity, he is responsible for strategy, development, and growth efforts for CompTIA's skills development and certification program in the region. Prior to joining CompTIA, Leonard spent more than 20 years with leading technology companies, including Silicon Valley Startup Ventures and Fortune 100 global technology corporations. His work focused on developing core broadband communication solutions for governments, Fortune 500 companies, and global communication service providers. Leonard graduated from DuPont University in Greencastle, Indiana, with a Bachelor's of Arts in Russian Area Studies. He received his International Master's in Business Administration from Thunderbird School of Global Management, now part of Arizona State University in Greendale, Arizona, with emphasis in finance, accounting, and Portuguese. I would like you all to help me welcome Mr. Leonard Wadowitz.
Thank you very much, Mishika. And thank you very much, Dr. Marr. It's nice to see you again, your smiling face. I always miss that after months of not seeing it. And thank you, Andre, for your introductions also. I don't want to turn this into a death by PowerPoint session, but I have some slides to help with the messaging. So if you'll bear with me, I'm going to share some slides with you. And as Andre said, please ask questions in the chat room as you're going along, so that we can make sure you feel comfortable when you leave, that this was a good use of your time. So first, what I'm going to do is just tell you a little bit about me, and then from there we'll go into some of the key points as to why you're here with us also. So yes, I'm responsible for CompTIA activities in Latin America and the Caribbean. And basically, you could think of me sort of as an evangelist. I'll talk to anybody who wants to talk to me. So whether it's a group of kids who had the poor luck of having to listen to me like you do right now, listen to me talk, or whether it's speaking with governments about workforce development programs, or businesses looking to enhance the skill levels of their IT teams, or speaking with individuals like you. It's to help you understand there are options to just a traditional university, if you will, and there are options to traditional schooling. Because what you're going to find as I talk here, one of my favorite questions is if the school systems around the world, including secondary and post-secondary, were doing their jobs, why is there a lack of skilled IT workers literally in every country of the world? So obviously there's a gap. Someone's not doing his or her job. And this is why CompTIA exists. And this is why you have the misfortune of listening to me talk to you today. CompTIA is completely focused on workforce development. We started out as a global technology association way back in 1983. And then in January of this year, we shed the association side and we focused on becoming a global technology education company. So we continue to be focused on our certification programs. And we've evolved to add now digital literacy and digital fluency initiatives. And at the end of the day, everything is focused on one thing: building the global IT workforce. Well, I know you've heard this before, and I know I'm going to keep saying it again, but yes, there absolutely is a gap. There are not enough workers. Dr. Marr mentioned this. There are not enough qualified people who are working in the technology industry. In the United States, the number of 1 million empty jobs has been used for a while. It's probably almost at 2 million jobs are unfilled because we cannot find the skilled people. In Brazil, every year there are 120,000 new jobs that are opening up, but they can't fill them. And it's in Jamaica, I don't have specific numbers, but I know there are not enough skilled workers because your largest companies are looking for people. Your technology services companies are looking for people, and even now, the Jamaican government. I'm working directly with 3 agencies today, and I know virtually every agency or ministry in the Jamaican government is encouraging people to get CompTIA certifications. 10 years ago, they were wrapped around the axle of university degrees. That's no longer the case. The university degree sounds good, but that's not what's going to get you a job in the technology world. So what's the problem? The problem is a lack of skills. And globally, there really isn't a plan and hasn't been a plan. People, you, as you sit here listening to us talk, you're going, well, what do I need to learn? Tell me what I need to learn. I'll go learn it. And people have been saying that forever. And schools have been saying, like Dr. Marr, schools have been saying to the employers, what do you want us to teach? What skills do you want us to give to your people that you want to hire? And the companies, they don't know. They don't know what skills their people need. And then, of course, everyone likes to point to the government, and the government is in charge of the education system. And so they look to the government. Well, what skills are you going to teach us? The government doesn't have a plan. So at the end of the day, it's literally a big. There's this. Everyone's hoping, everyone's waiting for this miracle to happen to make things happen, and this is where CompTIA comes into play. I don't know how well you can see this. I hope you can. If you can't see it well, tell me, and I'll try to expand this picture. But CompTIA has over since its first certification in 1995 has put together a whole program that can literally take you from entry level into the IT world, from entry level all the way to the expert level in infrastructure and security support. There is no program anywhere in the world that does this. And in fact, one of my favorite things if I was with you in a room right now, I would stop and I would sing the Jeopardy theme song to you, waiting for someone to tell me what other program does this, because they don't exist. The universities aren't doing it. The secondary schools aren't doing it. Even the government workforce programs aren't doing it. I'm working with government workforce programs. I've worked with the Heart Trust in the past. They don't offer this program. I've worked with what we call TVET programs, which are workforce development programs in other Caribbean island nations. They don't do this. And in fact, right now, I'm in the midst of a project with the OECS. They have given scholarships to 50 people, and those 50 people are going to study for and then hopefully earn CompTIA certifications. CompTIA was chosen to help in the development of a cybersecurity cluster, if you will, of IT professionals scattered around the different OECS nations. I don't see any other programs mentioned. They weren't mentioned, in fact. CompTIA was the only program involved. And so you say, well, what's so great about this? What does this mean? Who cares? Well, first of all, we've used the word certification. So the certification is the nice summary word, but what's really the crux of the whole conversation is the word skills. It's all about skills. I just got done telling you no one has a plan. Well, what has happened since about 2016 is plans have started coming out that now lay the groundwork for other people and lay a platform for other people on which other people can build. In the United States, there is an initiative called the National Initiative for Cybersecurity Education. This is part of NIST, which is the National Institute of Science and Standards and Technology, I'm sorry, and which is part of the United States Department of Commerce. They released in 2016 for the first time where they took cybersecurity jobs and the jobs/job titles, and they delimited for each one what skills are needed for those jobs. So, for example, when you take the title of network administrator, a network administrator, what that person did back in 1999, now, today, in today's world, that person in 1999 could not do the job today, because the skills needed for the network administrator job today are so beyond what they were back in 1999. And they're going to constantly be changing. So what NICE does is they assign these and they keep modifying and keeping them updated. And so now individuals know what they're supposed to learn, schools know what they're supposed to teach, employers now know, hey, if I want to hire a network administrator, that's right, these are the skills that person needs. And now the government, from a workforce development level for its economy, they can work with all the parties involved to help build the economy and help build the IT industry, whatever country we're talking about. And of course, here we're talking about Jamaica. Sophia is another framework just like this. They're out of England, and they're a framework that's used heavily in Europe and Africa, and I believe probably also in Asia. And it's the same thing. They have now mapped skills to job titles, and it's all about understanding what skills are needed for all the different job functions in the technology industry. And then a third framework, which is being copied also, especially in the Western Hemisphere with the Latin American, Caribbean countries, is the United States Department of Defense. They have a framework under their 8140 initiative, again, where they've matched skills to job descriptions. And in the up until about 2022, they were always the DoD was telling people, you need this certification, you need that certification. That's not what they're saying anymore. They're saying you need these skills and you need these skills and you need these skills. Oh, by the way, they happen to be you can develop those skills by earning these certifications. So with these three frameworks, you pretty much cover the workforce development programs around the world. And again, everything is focused on skills. So now these become the roadmaps for the businesses, they become the roadmaps for schools, they become the roadmaps for you, the individual, and the roadmap for the government. Where does CompTIA fit into that? Guess what? We map to these. When NICE launched their framework back in 2016, CompTIA immediately went back to the drawing boards on all of our certifications, and we redefined the exam objectives. We sat down with our subject matter experts, who are people who work in the industry, and said, hey, we need to map to this so that when people get our certifications, they can feel comfortable that they're learning the skills that are covered by the NICE framework. So since 2016, every time we launched a new version of a certification or a new certification, we've always made sure that we're mapping to the NICE framework. We've done this also with Sophia over the last 4 or 5 years. And the DoD 8140 initiative, which came out officially in 2023, we officially mapped to them also. So our certifications meet all these framework requirements. And as you're going to hear me say a few times, nobody does what CompTIA does. There is no other program that does this. And of course, there's no other program that does what CompTIA does, period. So what are certifications? Simply put, certifications are measurements and validations of skills. That's what they are. It's important to understand certifications are not certificates. Those are two different things. A certificate is simply something that says you sat in a classroom for 48 hours, or it says you attended this session. You attended this. Did you learn a skill? No, absolutely not. You learned something, but you didn't learn a skill. And what certifications are is they are actually objective measurements that then are when you're awarded that certification, as Dr. Marsh said, you can literally go anywhere in the world with that certification, and people will understand what value you bring and what you are able to do. CompTIA certifications are developed by the industry for the industry. We just don't have some people that sit in a room and make up a bunch of questions. That's not how that works. Developing a certification or renewing a certification, we have workshops with hundreds of subject matter experts, and what their feedback is says they're telling us this is what needs to be here because this is what the industry does now. This is what this job does. These are the skills you need. And what has happened since 1995, and with the fact that CompTIA has over 4 million certified professionals around the world, CompTIA has become a de facto standard in the global IT industry. You will find if you follow me on LinkedIn, I post a lot of jobs for all over my region, and there are global companies looking for people in the Caribbean and Latin America, and they use certifications as their yardstick, as their measurement. And the reason they use certifications, if I told you, hey, I went to DePaul University, hire me, I'm really a good guy. Is that a measurement? Does that bring anything to the table for you? Absolutely not. There is no measurement. You have to take my word for it. If we're having an in-person interview and I dress pretty sharply and I smell good, all that, maybe you'll hire me. Oh, he's a university graduate and he smells good and he dresses well. But it doesn't tell you what I am or what I do. And of course, as we all know, A lot of people like to lie on resumes or embellish on their resumes. A certification is an objective measurement. So when foreign companies come and look for people in the region, or now employers in Jamaica, the region, are looking for people, they feel comfortable with the fact that the certification is going to tell them what their candidates know. So at the end of the day, through Vector, since they have a CompTIA, because they have a CompTIA program, you can literally go from the entry level to the expert level in different areas of the whole IT infrastructure and security support. And I'll tell you right now, there's only one other university in Jamaica that does this, and none of the others do. And Vector by far certifies. I don't in multiples many more students than the other university does. And the other university, it's not UE. UE doesn't have a program. UTech doesn't have a program. Northern Caribbean University, they offer courses, but they don't have a CompTIA program. Vector stands alone in Jamaica, and there's only one other university in the whole Caribbean that has a CompTIA program, and that's in the Cayman Islands. So working with Vector, you are working with a very special opportunity for you that you're not going to find anywhere else in the Caribbean. So at this point, I'll stop and I can be available to answer any questions or take any heckling that you would like to throw at me.
All right, thank you, Mr. Wadowitz. As usual, some rich information that we can use as part of our arsenal going forward. So you have just heard from Mr. Leonard Wadowitz of CompTIA, speaking against the background, well, giving you a little bit of history about CompTIA, and basically taking you or walking you through what the certifications are, giving you the difference between a certificate and a professional certification, right? As well as getting certified and how that can actually help to leapfrog you in your professional expertise, right? Again, please, I'm going to ask that you hold your questions, make note of them. Whether it is you want to jot them down in your notepad on your phone or something, just make a note of them. And then, of course, we'll actually provide a forum through which you can post your questions and direct them to the respective speakers, right? So thank you very much. Please do remember that this information session is being held under the theme from skills to success. And we are really emphasizing why professional certifications matter. All right. So you heard from Mr. Wadowitz just now about Vector's involvement with the certification program at CompTIA and the fact that we boast as maybe the only institution, well, not maybe, the only institution in Jamaica that has a program and by far go the mile or the stretch to really certify more industry professionals than any other institution around. So you're in the right place. It's not something that we went ahead, maybe hit our heads at one point in time and get an idea. This is something that over time being involved from even before as industry service providers before. So if you know anything about Vector any at all, we have made the transition from being an industry service provider from in the early 90s or even in the 80s, where, you know, we were providing services such as, you know, software development, computer repairs, and all these things are so on. So from a technical standpoint, we were the authority when, you know, personal computers began to be a thing back then. And then, of course, based on our prowess in the area, we would have been approached by other institutions at the time. CAS was one of them, now known as UTech, right? To practically come and help build their programs. There are other institutions that actually benefited. but we are saying to ourselves, all right, then fine, we know it best. And out of that realization came Vector Technology Institute. And of course, we continue on that mandate to push the technical skill set that we know will make persons, again, industry ready. So thank you very much, Mr. Wadowitz. And it's always a pleasure partnering with CompTIA, and always a pleasure having you, whether it is virtually on our shores or physically, right? We welcome you and thank you very much for that, right? So next we're going to hear from Ms. Diebel, who is our programs coordinator, and she will present to us on the certification courses, and speak a little bit about the exams, the requirements, and the associated courses with the different certifications, right? So Ms. Diebel, it's over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Powell. Good evening, everyone. My name is Nadine Diebel, and I'm the Programs Coordinator here at Vector Technology Institute. Okay, so tonight I'll be sharing how our academic programs are designed, not just to educate, but to empower you. At Vector, we don't just offer training. We provide a clear pathway to internationally recognized industry-leading certifications, particularly those offered by CompTIA. Let's begin with a simple question. Why do certifications matter? Certifications are more than just a piece of paper. They are powerful tools that can open doors, both here in Jamaica and across the globe. They show employers that you're not just trained, but qualified. Whether you're just starting out or aiming to specialize, certification with the support of your degrees are your passport to new opportunities. In today's competitive job market, having a globally recognized credential, for example, those offered by CompTIA, proves your expertise and gives you a distinct edge. Beyond getting your foot in the door, certifications can accelerate your growth. They serve as a launchpad, helping you move from foundational knowledge to more advanced and specialized roles in areas like cybersecurity, cloud computing, and networking, just to name a few. And here at Vector, we place a strong emphasis on certification throughout your academic journey. From entry-level certifications like the ITF Plus, that is the IT Fundamentals Plus, and also the A Plus, which is the CompTIA A Plus, is to the more advanced options like the pen test and the CISO Plus. Our goal is to ensure you're not only prepared for exams, but for the career that comes after. So again, let me reiterate, the answer is straightforward. They open doors of opportunities. And remember, whether you're pursuing opportunities here in Jamaica or abroad, IT certifications serve as a launchpad, helping you move from foundational knowledge to specialized in-demand skills. These were just a few examples I mentioned. There are many more to explore based on your career path. Okay? One of Vector's greatest strengths is that our curriculum aligns directly with some of these certification exams. Within our programs, like the Technician series, for example, the Service Technician, Network Technician, and Network Security Technician courses, and also the Computer Systems Technology program, and the Advanced Diploma in Cybersecurity Analyst program, we have integrated certification readiness into every step. Here are a few examples of course to certification alignment here at Vector. So the IT Essentials Parts 1 and 2, they prepares you and for the CompTIA A+ certification. We have the IT Networking Technologies course. This course prepares you for the CompTIA Network Plus certification. Also, we have the Cybersecurity Principles course, and this course prepares you for the CompTIA Security Plus certification. We also have the IT Fundamentals in our software programming program, and this course prepares you for the CompTIA ITF Plus certification. I also want to let you know that these are instructor-led courses and are designed to equip you with the exact knowledge and hands-on skills required by the certification exams. So whether you're pursuing a certificate, a diploma, an associate degree, or bachelor's, adding industry certifications will significantly boost your qualifications and open more doors for you. I also want to mention that whether you're currently a student or thinking about joining us, it's important to know certification is not an afterthought at Vector. It's built into your learning journey, okay? And because organizations like CompTIA regularly update their exams to reflect evolving technologies, we keep our course materials and instructions up to date. So you're always learning what's current and relevant. That means you're not just prepared to pass the exam, you're prepared for the real world IT landscape. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's worth emphasizing. CompTIA certifications are recognized and respected worldwide. So whether your goal is to build a successful career locally or explore opportunities abroad, these credentials will help you stand out from the competition. We also believe in rewarding our students for their excellence. Specifically, students enrolled in one of our academic programs who excel in the IT Essentials Parts 1 and 2 and the IT Networking Technologies, and who rank among the top 3 in their cohort with a final exam score of 80% or higher will receive full sponsorship from us for their CompTIA certification exam. Yes, you heard that right? Vector will cover the cost of that certification exam. It's our way of recognizing you and investing in your success. Okay? And even if you're not among the sponsorship recipients, you still have a career path forward in that you can choose to register for the certification exam independently and cover the cost yourself. The good news is that our courses thoroughly prepares you to succeed, no matter how the exam is funded. Okay? Here's another big advantage. Vector is an authorized testing center. That means you can pay, schedule, and sit your certification exam right here on campus. No need to be traveling all over. It's convenient, it's streamlined and stress-free. We also recognize that some students may need a little extra time or a refresher before taking the exam, especially if there's a gap between the course completion and actually sitting the certification exam you're considering. That's why we offer the self-study option, which allows you to review at your own pace and build confidence before taking the test. Ms. Edwards will be speaking more about the self-study shortly. So let me leave you with this. At Vector, we're committed to making you both certification ready and career ready. These certifications they aren't just pieces of paper. They are powerful tools that can lead to better job opportunities, higher salaries, and faster career advancement. So by combining your academic qualifications With industry certifications, you become a highly competitive candidate, whether you're job hunting, seeking a promotion, or exploring global career options. And also, whether your certification journey is sponsored or self-funded, it's within reach right here at Vector. So I encourage you, take full advantage of what's available here at Vector. Prepare yourself to be both academically certified and industry certified. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Deeble. Thank you very much. All right, folks. So you would have heard some of the perks basically in doing your studies here at Vector, and just another benefit that we try to throw in to try to encourage persons to get their certifications at the end of their studies, whether it is at the end of their diploma, their associate degree, or the full bachelor's degree, whichever way it goes. So a lot of these associated courses that are aligned with the certifications that Ms. Deeble pointed out, you'd have heard her mention that some of these courses those courses are actually instructor led. And so oftentimes you have different avenues through which you're able to be a part of any one of these courses, whether it is you're enrolled in any one of our academic programs to do either the diploma, the associate degree, or the bachelor's degree, or you choose to basically do one of the courses in an attempt to complete your certification, right? And then, of course, you'll be placed with a cohort that would be doing the studies at the same time. But along that same breath, we realize that you have working professionals who might not have the luxury of coming to sit in a particular class, right? In a classroom setting, and they are working, or they're persons that have been working in the industry, and would have now seen best to do their certifications, or the certifications might have been up for renewal. We're talking about persons who seek to do their research, to be recertified, sorry, right? So we acknowledge that that is also a particular issue, and we have gone ahead to tailor our self-study program, which means that persons who maybe just don't, based on their busy schedule, just don't have the time to come and sit in a class, but would prefer to do the course at their own pace, their own timing, and we have put forward strategies and plan, as well as a solution to fulfill such a request. And as such, that is going to allow us to segue into speaking now about our self-study program, right? Our self-study program, which is a program that has all our certificate courses or certification courses, as well as the exams that persons are able to enroll in a program as such, to be able to do this on their own timing. And this, of course, trusting that you have proper time management and you can schedule your thing properly. So we have those that are instructor-led, which are part of what we do at Vector. And then, of course, we have the self-study module, right? And I'm going to call upon now Ms. Tony Edwards to come and speak to us about our self-study program, just to give you more insight and how is it that you're able to navigate that program, right? Speaking about the benefits, as well as how talk to you a little bit about the platforms that host these courses that you're able to purchase and the process therein. So Ms. Edwards, call upon you. Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Sorry about that. This is technical difficulties. Can you hear me? Is anyone hearing me?
Yes,
Yes,
yes, I'm
we're
hearing
hearing
you.
you.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right. So, good evening again. As Andrew said before, my name is Tony Ann Edwards. I'm the content manager here at Vector Technology Institute. So I will be presenting on the online self-study courses that we offer here at Vector, right? So what is self-study really, right? So self-study is a method of learning where an individual takes responsibility for their own education without direct supervision or constant guidance from a teacher or instructor. It includes independently exploring topics using available resources, setting learning goals, and evaluating progress. So online self-study, all we're doing is just adding the online aspect to self-study. So the online self-study is a form of self-directed learning that takes place primarily through the internet. It combines the independence of self-study with the vast array of digital resources and tools available online. So online self-study encompasses a wide range of learning experiences from formal online courses to informal learning through videos and articles. All right, so we're going to go into some examples of online self-study, and we're looking at the formal versus informal learning. So under the formal learning, we have online courses and we have professional certification courses, which was mentioned earlier by my fellow colleagues. So the formal online learning courses are platforms like Udemy that offer a vast array of courses on various subjects, often leading to certificates or degrees. These courses can be self-paced or have structured deadlines. Then the professional certification courses speaks to organizations that offer online courses specifically designed to help individuals gain certifications in specific fields, such as project management or data analysis. So some of these organizations are like CompTIA, where Mr. Walowitz is from. We have Microsoft, also CCNA, Google, Adobe, etc. Right? So then we have the informal online learning. And I think many of us are familiar with these tools and these platforms, right? So we have tools that fall under the informal online learning are like language learning apps like Duolingo, which provides interactive lessons and exercises for learning new languages. There are coding platforms as well, which are websites like Code Academic or Free Code Camp that offers interactive coding tutorials and exercises. We also have educational video platforms on like YouTube, which features countless educational videos on a wide range of topics from science or history to cooking and fitness. So we all know we can find anything on YouTube. Then we have ebooks and articles. So it's accessing the ebooks and articles on platforms like platforms like Project or through online libraries, which allows for the in-depth study of specific subjects. Then we have webinars. Participating in webinars can provide focused learning on specific topics, often with opportunities for question and answers with experts. Then the most popular ones, I believe everyone probably subscribe to a podcast or two nowadays. So a lot of us listen to podcasts for educational reasons or even just for entertainment, right? Which can be a great way to learn while commuting or multitasking. All right. So here at Vector, we offer a variety of online self-study courses, which are industry standard and recognized by global certification bodies. Our courses range from beginner to professional levels and are tailored to IT practitioners working in the field or persons transitioning into the field of IT. The curriculum for each course prepares the student to sit the certification exam once they have completed. So these are some of the certification bodies that has self-study courses that Vector offers. All right, so let us look at some of the key features of online self-study, right? So once you have registered for an online self-study course, one of the features is that it is available 100% online, right? So our self-study courses are fully accessible on computers, tablets, and on your mobile phone. You also have 24-hour access right around the clock. You will have access to learning materials like videos, print and downloadable documents all day, every day. Also, you will have interactive lessons. You will be able to actively engage with the learning materials using over 50 interactive features like case studies, bookmarks, flashcards, labs, labeling and matching, and so much more. Also, you'll have hands-on lab simulations. So this is where you learn how to apply your theoretical knowledge in cloud-based simulated virtual and sandbox environments to gain practical skills from real-world scenarios and challenges. Also, you'll be getting frequent tests and quizzes. So this is a way to monitor your learning journey with gamified test preps, with auto grading, multiple learning modes, instant feedback, and access to over 50 engaging items. Then, as mentioned before, the online self-study courses main function is to prepare you for industry certifications. So our IT courses will prepare you for industry recognized certifications from industry recognized institutions like CompTIA, Microsoft, PMI, CIW, Adobe, and many more. Also, you'll be able to study anywhere, anytime, right? Any location where you are in the world, as long as you have a computer and access to internet, you'll be able to do an online course. And then finally, once you have completed one of the courses, you will be given, awarded a certificate of completion. All right, so now let's look into the benefits of online self-study, right? So one of the benefits is that it's cost efficient. So our self-study courses are more affordable than traditional instructor-led IT training programs. For example, here at Vector, or diploma per se, which is a traditional course or program, I believe the fee is somewhere along the line of 300 and something thousand, right? Compared to if you are to sign up for an online course, let's say like a CompTIA A+, which is self-study, the current cost of the course is like $318 US. All right. So another benefit is that it gives you career advancement, right? So you will be able to gain new IT skills through self-study, which can open up opportunities for career progression. Another one, it improves time management. So studying at your own convenience will force you to actively plan and manage your time to meet your learning goals. Also, it improves problem-solving skills. Actively engagement with study materials encourages independent troubleshooting, researching, and critical thinking, right? You'll also be able to keep up with current IT trends right? You'll be able to easily access new information and trends in the IT field through our updated online self-study courses. Also, one of the major features is that you'll be able to learn at your own pace and schedule, right? So our online self-study courses are extremely flexible, where you can process through the materials at your own pace while revisiting concepts as needed. Another one is that it encourages curiosity, right? So the self-study will allow you to choose the course that pique your interest, thus making the learning experience exciting and effective. And finally, it will boost your self-esteem. So by completing a self-study course, right, it will enhance your sense of accomplishment and self-efficiency. All right, so I know many persons are interested in doing online self-study, but they have a variety of questions. So I'm going to quickly go through some of the questions, right? I don't know if going through these questions, I'll be able to answer maybe some of the questions that some of you guys have already. So the first one is, who should enroll in the online self-study courses, right? So the online self-study courses are ideal for IT professionals or persons transitioning into IT, or who are computer literate and is self-motivated, independent learner, comfortable with studying without the assistance of a lecturer, tutor, or mentor, right? Do I need to be an expert in IT to be enrolled? Absolutely not. Our self-study courses accommodate learners of all levels from beginner to advanced. What prerequisites are required for self-study course enrollment? So to enroll in any online self-study course, having basic computer literacy, computer access, and internet access are mandatory. However, please note that additional prerequisites may apply to specific courses. Therefore, a thorough review of the course information prior to purchase is extremely essential. What is the duration of a self-study course? So the length of our self-study courses can vary depending on the specific certification you're studying for. But generally, most courses can be completed within a few weeks to a couple of months. How much time you dedicate to studying each day will significantly impact how quickly you finish the course. Number 5, how do I access course materials? So the course materials are accessible after the course is purchased, right? The student will have access 24/7, as I mentioned before, anywhere, anytime. What is the format of the course material? So the course materials are formatted in text, video, quiz, labs, and practice tests. The course format is designed to help students learn and prepare for certification exams. What are the components? What are the course components? So the self-study courses components, sorry, let me go to the next slide, include lessons, practice tests, labs, prerequisite assessment, post-assessment, and overall assessment. Number 8, if I have questions while pursuing a course, will I have access to support? Yes, you will have access. Our team offers platform and student support. However, please know that these courses are self-study, which means you will not have access to a lecturer, a tutor, or a mentor. What are the objectives of the self-study course? Or online self-study courses cover the objectives of the certification exams. For example, the CompTIA A+ course prepares students to pass the CompTIA A+ certification exam. All right, so I'm not going to go into this. I had it prepared just to differentiate the meaning of certificate and certification, but I think everyone is pretty clear on this part of it. So we can skip through this for the sake of time. All right, so how do I enroll in an online self-study course offered at Vector? So the course can be purchased on our online self-study course store, which you can access from this link, right? So what I'll do, I'll just give a brief tutorial of how, let me see, sorry, of how you'll be able to purchase a course. Are you still seeing my screen? I don't know. Hold on. Wait, I think I need to share again. Okay, here we are. If you're seeing my screen, I'm sharing Vector's website. So this is Vector Technologies' official website, and I'll be just walking you through the steps of how to purchase one of our self-study courses. All right, so when you get to the landing page, which is the home page of the website, right? You'll navigate through the programs category, and right where self-study is, you'll click on all self-study courses, right? Once you click on that, it'll take you to the self-study page. Then you can read the information, and then when you're ready to proceed, you can click view all self-study courses at the bottom. So once you click that, it will take you to our online self-study store. So this is where all the courses that we offer via self-study is displayed. So I'm not going to go through everything. I'm just looking for a particular course. So let's say you're interested in purchasing the CompTIA A+. I've been using this example since I've started. So we search for CompTIA A+. And by the way, you can search for it through the search bar, but I've already reached the page, so I'm just going to do it from here. Also, another important thing to note, that once you're on the landing page of the store, you should go to the right hand, at the top right hand corner where the cursor is. If you're in Jamaica, chances are the Jamaican currency will be default, but we would prefer you to select the US dollar currency. All right, so once we select the US dollar currency, then we're going to search for the course that we're interested in. As I mentioned before, we're using CompTIA A+. So here is the CompTIA A+, you click on it. All right, so this information will come up. So it's the information about the course. You'll see the cost of the course right here, which currently the cost is $318 US, right? The quantity amount, if you're purchasing one course, then it should be one. If you're purchasing more than one course, then of course you can navigate this here to increase the amount or decrease right over here. Also below that, then you'll see pick up or deliver option. So this course is, as I said, it's an online course. So you would not necessarily need to deliver it. So you should let it stay in the pickup option. Here where it says click here to add an address to receive deliveries, please ignore that, because remember, it's an online course, so it will not be delivering to your address, right? Another important thing is to scroll down, read all the information that is there under details, right? So it has an overview of the course itself. It also tells you the course requirements, right? So currently for this, the course requirements is there are no formal prerequisites to enroll in the CompTIA A+ course. However, you should have basic computer knowledge, which includes powering up and logging into the computer, using the mouse and the keyboard, and basic navigation skills for the Microsoft Windows, right? Also, there are a lot more information about what to expect, right, from the course. So we recommend that you read all of this information before you proceed to adding it to the cart. So if you're okay with everything, then you can go ahead and add to cart. So let's click add to cart. Once you click add to cart, I already have an account. So the item was added to my cart. But if you don't have an account, it will prompt you to create an account, right? And once you've created the account, then you can access your cart. So let's go to my cart. So the cart is over here to my right. I'm just reducing the amount of items in the cart. So here we are, we're seeing the CompTIA A plus in the cart, right? Once you click check out, if your card information is not attached to your account, once you click check out, it will prompt you to add your card to, well, it's your debit or credit card to your account. Once that is done, then you'll see this screen that I am seeing. I have already added my card, and that is why you're seeing it like this. All right, so this is basically it. Then you'll proceed to place the order. Once you've placed an order, then you'll automatically get a response from ShopQ Mall, right? And you'll get a response from Vector Technology, right? So that's basically how you purchase a course, one of our self-study courses currently. If you have any other questions or concerns, once you visit our website, then of course feel free to reach out to one of us. I'm trying to go back to share screen. Sorry, I don't know if I'm sharing still. I don't know. But yeah, so if you're interested in purchasing a course, then feel free to reach out to us. One of our administrative assistants will be happy to assist you. I think that's my time. Thank you very much. I'll be here if you guys need to ask any questions. Thank you. I don't know if I'm still sharing. Hold on. Okay.
All right, thank you, Ms. Edwards. All right, folks, so well, basically, we're just a little bit outside of the scheduled time that we had expected to spend, just a little bit, and maybe just in time for us to take on our question and answer session, right? Just to let you know, Mr. Waterwitz had to exit the session because he had an engagement that he needed to fulfill. However, I'm sure whatever questions that you had for him, one of us here from Vector, we would be able to assist in that regard. So still post your questions that you would have had for Mr. Waterwitz, and we will try our very best. I think we have partnered with CompTIA long enough to be able to speak on their behalf in some way, shape, or form. So thank you very much to all the speakers. And we're now going to allow for questions from our guests, right? And let us lead the charge. So questions, you can open your mic if you wish to post a question, or you can post a question in the chat, and I'll moderate it. All right, so go ahead. Floor is now open for questions.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Williams.
Okay, so after we complete the online course, do everything on the online course, how do we go ahead and take the CompTIA A plus exam?
Ms. Liebel, I'm going to throw that question to you.
I'm sorry, could you repeat, please? I'm sorry.
Sure. So after completing the online self-study course for CompTIA A+, how do we do the CompTIA exam?
Oh, okay. So you can come to the institution and complete a form. We will purchase the exam voucher for you, and we just set a date and time for the exam, and you come here. As I said, we're a test center. Vector is a test center, so you can just come in and do the exam at your convenience.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so I'm looking at the chat. So Mr. Lanka Singh, Norman, hello. After paying for the self-study course, how is the course material assessed?
Yeah.
And Mr. Lanka Singh, you're actually speaking about the online self-study, right? So you're asking how is the material assessed?
No, I think it's
The
access.
Oh, it's access. Okay, so once you've purchased the course, right, you will receive emails, right, leading up to the assignment of your license, right? So on the platform, I don't know if you saw it, but once you purchase the course, you'll have 5 business days before you're able to access the course. Once your account has been created, we will send you an email, right, of how you'll access the platform. So if it's a CompTIA course that you purchase, then we'll send you an email of how to access your account, right? And once you've accessed that account, then all the information will be there. So all the notes, all the materials, all the videos, the labs, the test preps, everything will be there.
All right, so Mr. Roden, Dijon Roden is asking, when purchasing the course, does the $318 for argument's sake also covers the cost of the exam or just the learning material?
Only the learning material. So you're only paying for the learning material. And bear in mind that the $318 US gives you access to the platform for 1 year. So it's a 1-year access, right? And it's only for the learning materials. If you're interested in sitting the exam, as Ms. Bieber mentioned before, you can let us know. We'll send you a registration form. Once you've paid for the exam, then you'll be able to visit Vector, because that is where you'll be doing the exam, as it is proctored at Vector, right? And you'll sit the exam there.
All right, Dr. Mar. So I believe you can try and answer this one. So good evening, and this is coming from Lauren Shan, right? So he's a teacher of EDPM, and he's saying that I need to do an enrichment course, but not sure which one would be best fitted, right? How do I choose? So he's asking if so he's a teacher of the EDPM course. I think this is within an high school, if anything. And he wants to do an enrichment course, but he's not sure as to which one of these certification courses would best fit, and how would he choose based on that?
Yeah. I don't think it's any easy way to do this. I think it has to be depending on where you are, what you're, you know, what in terms of where are you headed. So where you are, where are you headed will determine which course might be best for you. So a conversation need to be had, and you can always send like Miss Deeble a quick message, and then somebody would contact you to have that conversation.
Dr. Mar, I'm wondering if I'm looking at EDPM based off my knowledge thus far, do you think the IT fundamentals is a step up? For example, like the CompTIA introductory type certification course, I should say, would be one that could work.
Yeah, but I don't want to because I don't want to think that I know exactly where what he may be headed. In other words, what is it that he wants to achieve? Uh, I mean, I thought about that, but you know, I would hate to be recommending a course that may not exactly fit. So, you know, so I think the best way is to have that kind of conversation. Because I remember when we had if you can recall, when we had a session with a lot of teachers, IT teachers in the high schools would come, and it was a CompTIA event we held. That would probably have been the answer. But that's only because I know exactly where they were at. So a quick call and you know, it will probably clear up quite a bit of stuff.
All right, all right. So Tyrone Thompson has a question. His thing is saying that, so good evening. You're saying as soon as I am certified, I can get a job instantly. Once he has age hiring, no years of experience needed. And I guess he's saying that once the age has been satisfied, no need for experience. So he's basically trying to ascertain if there is a guarantee, or are we saying that there's a guarantee that he will get a job once he has become certified?
You want me to answer that one?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, that cannot be an absolute answer, because obviously that's not the only criteria that people hire you. Many times you don't even meet the total requirement, but because your attitude is a good, or an attitude that the company likes, that might even put you ahead of some other attributes. But what I'll say is that having the certification that matches the company's requirements in terms of what the job entails puts you in a position in terms of having a further conversation to see whether or not you are a good fit for the organization. But you know, it would be kind of silly trying to tell you that just because you have, even if I have a doctorate degree and which surpass, let's say the requirements of an institution, that doesn't guarantee that I will be getting that job.
All right, definitely. In life, there are no guarantees. It's just about attitude and where and your ambitions. Because at the end of the day, one thing we can guarantee is definitely the certifications make you more marketable and put you in pole position once you know there are other requirements that are satisfied and so on. Right. So I believe JUN Roden was asking about the exam fee. the cost of the exam fee?
Yes. So I believe I'm assuming that it's the CompTIA A plus. If it's the CompTIA A plus, then the cost for the license, as mentioned before, is $318 US. And if you're not a Vector student, meaning that you're not a current student or a past student of Vector, then the cost for the exam is $253 US, and that is per exam. So if you're familiar with CompTIA A plus, it carries 2 courses, which means it will be 2 exams. So currently, I believe they have the 1201 and 1202. Those make up the CompTIA A plus course. So the exam fee is $253 per course. And that does not include a $20 testing center fee.
All right. So Clinton Cunningham is asking, so do we get an exam after the online class before we sit the CompTIA exam? So Clinton, let me answer that right off the bat. They a part of the course materials that you actually engage with once you have enrolled in the program, right? You will have constant testing and quizzing, right? And there's one that you have to do at the end of it that will produce a certificate of completion, so to speak, right? So that certification of completion is just basically that you would have gone through the course, satisfied the requirements in terms of all the different engagements that need to be done where the course is concerned. But then, of course, that would all the quizzes and tests that you'd have gotten right throughout the course, would have been materials that are done in a way to prepare you for that exam. So good day. So since Vector, Ms. Diebel, I think this question is yours. Since Vector Technology Institute is an authorized proctoring site for CompTIA exams, what is the procedure for an external student to register and sit the exam? Thank you.
Okay, the same procedure applies. If you're unable to come to the institution, we can send you the form for you to complete and the amount that is required to pay for the exam. You can make the payment. We do allow you to do bank transfer and complete the form, submit it to us, indicating the exam that you'd like to do, the date and the time. And as soon as we do have what we'll do is purchase the voucher for you to do that exam. And as soon as we have the voucher in our hands, we will contact you to say, okay, the voucher is ready. When would you like? We'll call to confirm basically that it's time. We can allow you to do the exam now. And, just set the time and date for you to come in and sit your exam.
All right, Ms. Diebel. Ms. Diebel, don't go too far. So you could maybe outline for Keisha Wilson. Sorry, it's Keisha or Keisha. Hopefully I haven't butchered the name, right?
Okay.
She's asking if they're face-to-face class. So just basically outline the premise under which a student would be able to enroll in a face-to-face class.
Okay, currently, Keisha, we're not, all our classes are offered online. All right, we do one course in particular, which is within the academic program, which requires you to come in and use the lab. It's just one course, which will require you to come in and use the lab. But otherwise, all our classes are conducted online.
Just to add to that, Miss Debo, with the exception of solar installer. So we have solar is a hybrid course where the practical sessions are on Saturdays.
Okay, thanks, Ms. Edwards.
All right, good night. I would like some information on your solar. Shahid Wilson, what I would ask you to do, and what I would ask you to do is to maybe just drop your, well, you can actually call or send us an email, right? And what we'll do is have that information being sent to you, including any time for basically when the next scheduled cohort would be, right? So just drop us an email via any one of these email addresses that you're looking at, requesting the information, and then of course you can go ahead. All right, so Roxanne is asking, can the CompTIA A+ exam be done at any month of the year?
Yes, it can be done at any month of the year.
So Lauren Shannon, right?
Okay, the exam
What would
fee
the
for
exam
which of
fee
the, right, the exam fee for which of the exams?
Is there a part the CompTIA A+, I guess he's asking about.
Okay, so it's, okay, so if you are a vector student, the cost per exam is $228, and there is a processing fee of $20. If you are not a vector student, then the cost per exam is $253 plus $20 processing fee.
All right. So, all right. So that would actually bring us to are there any other questions? I should ask that first. Are there any other questions? All right, so I'm hoping at the end of the day you were equipped with the necessary information and details that you wanted, right? That would have helped you to make a viable enough decision for your career path. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this final one. For the CCNA, what are the associated costs and also the delivery mode?
Okay, so are you asking about the cost for the course or the cost for the certification?
Romain, Bermuda? Both of them.
Okay, Miss Thomas, can you assist me with the cost for the course, please?
It's 150,000 Jamaican dollars.
Okay, so that is the cost for the course, and it runs for approximately um, 5 months, right?
Approximately 6 months.
6 months, right? And the cost for the certification exam is $300 US and $20. With in addition, you will be required to pay $20 processing fee.
All right. So he's saying thank you. All right. So so with that, folks, thank you. Thank you. It has been an information session laced with valuable information, in my opinion, and by evidence that you're able to go forth, think about, sit and ponder, and make your decision accordingly. By the way, the session was being recorded, and we'll make it available on our digital platforms, whether it is mainly on Facebook. Mainly on Facebook and on our learning management platform, if you are a current student of the institution. So I'll make that available to you, right? So thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. And we look forward to seeing some of you guys and basically taking that step towards career greatness by equipping yourself with your professional certifications as needed. Thank you all and enjoy the rest of your evening. If you're commuting, be safe and take care.
Are you ready to advance your cybersecurity career? CompTIA's cybersecurity pathway will get you there. You'll prove to employers that you are the best candidate for the job, having the skills needed to protect their organization from cyber attacks and threats. We want to make it as easy as possible for you to get from point A to point B in your cybersecurity career. You've asked for an easier way to map it out, and in this video, we've simplified that process for you. Follow this pathway and we'll guide you through the real skills and knowledge you need to get the job done, get promoted, and make a difference in the cybersecurity landscape. Not to mention, you'll also make some good money along the way. Here we go. Get your foot in the door with CompTIA Security Plus, the first step on your cybersecurity career path. Security Plus is the leading global certification that proves you have the core security skills to do the job. Things like monitoring and securing hybrid environments, or identifying, analyzing, and responding to security events. These hands-on skills will open the door to more opportunities. As you move from IT support into cybersecurity, you should have 2 years of experience under your belt. In an entry-level cybersecurity role, you can earn anywhere from $85,000 to $95,000 a year. More than 600,000 IT pros have earned Security Plus, having learned how to problem solve a wider variety of today's complex security issues. Your cybersecurity career begins with Security Plus. To move up to the next level in cybersecurity, your next step will be to become proficient in more specialized skills. Learn through CompTIA's Pentest Plus or CISA Plus certifications. At this level, you should have at least 4 years of experience. According to CyberSeek, intermediate level positions can range from $91,000 to $104,000 a year. CompTIA Pentest Plus is ideal for cybersecurity professionals responsible for testing networks to make sure they're secure. Pentest Plus will give you all the hands-on skills required for vulnerability and penetration testing. You'll have the required skills to customize assessments, report findings, and recommend mitigation strategies. Pentest Plus will help you stay one step ahead of the bad actors. Next up, The CompTIA Cybersecurity Analyst, or CISA Plus certification, will teach you how to enable continuous security monitoring and how to respond to incidents. CISA Plus is the only certification on the market that will give you the hands-on skills necessary to leverage threat detection techniques and to identify vulnerabilities. CISA Plus will help take your threat hunting skills to the next level. Finally, as you move up to the advanced cybersecurity level, you have CAS Plus. This is equivalent to at least 5 to 10 years of general hands-on IT experience. Advanced level salaries can range from $99,000 to $131,000 a year. CompTIA Advanced Security Practitioner, or CAS Plus, is for IT pros with advanced knowledge, but who wish to keep working on the technical side of cybersecurity. Unlike other certifications, CAS Plus covers both security architecture and engineering. This means that you will have the skills to assess enterprise cyber readiness and design and implement the proper solutions for your organization, such as Zero Trust. Lead and improve the overall cybersecurity resiliency against the next attack with CAS Plus. All 4 cybersecurity certifications fulfill Department of Defense 8140-8570 compliance, which maps directly to the standards that ensure all military departments and defense agency jobs can effectively identify and stop cyber attacks. CompTIA holds one of the strongest positions in the foundational IT and security markets, which helps you learn the specific cybersecurity skills necessary to take you from beginning to end. Study with the official CompTIA content. Now that you know the steps you need to take to move up the ranks through cybersecurity, head over to CompTIA.org/cybersecurity to learn more and upskill your cyber skills.
Do you want to become a qualified and marketable specialist